they're just blitzing out their early moves. That's what blitz is made of.
Absolutely, this 5+2, and again, it's the Rogozin. I mean, talk about a workout. Wesley, I bet you he's dreaming this opening because takes F4.
But wait,
he's played this earlier in the tournament, and again,
but this is a draw.
This is from the exactly. This is from Bucharest, where Levon lost
by a bad blunder against
to Shaq, which propelled Shaq to first in Budapest.
He's pausing right now is Levon. He played rook e8, bishop, and after bishop d4. Rook e8 attacking the pawn, and after bishop to d4, c5, and then knight g4, and we'll go after the pawn. But he's pausing now, and he's changed things up. Queen to e7 now instead of rook to e8, causing Wesley to pause as well.
Okay.
And look at this. You see Wesley move the pieces off that or off the board a little bit further away. That's when you feel like you need some elbow room to think. He said, let me push those pieces a little bit further away. I know that feeling. And he's thinking, what is this move? I expected rook to e8, maybe going after a draw. Levon said, no, we're going to play dynamically. And Wesley said, okay, you want to play dynamic chess? I'm going to castle queenside and give you my e-pawn with check. That's one pawn in the pocket. Don't forget about the f-pawn on f4 as well. What's this about, Yes?
I'm not sure about this one. I definitely, a moment ago, I was expecting bishop d4. I was laying a trap. I'm hoping for c5. Bishop takes c5. Don't you dare touch my bishop. I've got a discovered check. He didn't do that. Wesley went for
one pawn. He gave two pawns.
He went for a double pawn sacrifice. Is he justified? I agree. These bishops are impressive, but two pawns? I will drop back with my queen.
He did not drop back. He played bishop to e6, allowing rook to f1, another pawn sack on h2. That's a pawn I would not stack on
okay.
at all. Queen back to h6, guarding everything. Now, Wesley's not winning back the material.
Exactly. Now,
he's two pawns down.
Two pawns.
I got to turn the engine on. The engine thinks that he could get one back on c7 by taking on f6 and then taking on c7. But I'm not impressed by that sequence. Look at Wesley.
Not especially.
Look at him
either.
dig in. I rarely see this posture from Wesley So. Like at any moment, you rarely see that. He just went digging deep, and then he said,
and he is taking the pawn back.
Engine moves. He's taking one pawn back.
Right.
No, one pawn back. Still down a pawn, but Black's kingside is compromised with those double pawns. Potentially a rook could lift up and over.
Rover.
But in the meantime, White's pieces are still more active than Black's, so White can claim compensation.
Yeah, for the double pawn, I would go so far as to say, yeah, that's true. But advantage, no. I don't think Wesley reacted very well with against Queen e7. This double pawn sacrifice, I don't find it to be that attractive. I think that Levon is happy exactly at this moment. Now, having said that, the compromised king-size structure always means that you have to be very cognizant that a rover, as Jennifer Shahadi likes to say, can be a challenge. Bishop d5. Okay, my spidey sense was to grab the pawn. Bishop takes h7 check, followed by rook takes d5 would be brilliant, except for one thing. Bishop takes h7, queen takes h7 comes with check, and I don't feel so brilliant after all. Bishop d5, okay, he defends the pawn on b7, but boy, that bishop sure feels like an open target in the middle of the board. I can't say I'm a fan. Maybe it's okay, Maurice, but I can't say I'm a fan. Queen f4 looks like I could win a pawn back with that move. But maybe it's just equal after all.
Well, I just checked with the computer, just the opening line, and the opening line had been played before. Queen e7, castle's kingside is the normal move. Castle's queenside, not the best move. Giving away the e3 pawn, king b1, but queen takes f4 was actually a bad move. Queen f4 reduced the advantage, taking the second pawn, and did give White compensation, which was Wesley's hope. not full compensation, but certainly not what should have happened. He should have developed his bishop early on. Instead of taking the 2 pawns in a row, just take one. But now it is Wesley who is showing that he's got some control over the position. Bishop on f5, bishop dropping back to c6. And white, if you didn't see that white was down a pawn, you'd say white's doing just fine. And here comes the rook. The rook is headed to h3. And this looks very problematic for Levon.
But why did the bishop move from e6? That looked like a good anchor square to begin with. I'm not afraid of losing the b7 pawn. You want to take the b7 pawn? That's okay with me. I get counterplay along the b file. The bishop on e6, the bishop on f5 looks terrifying to me. Now, the question, he's just played rook to e8, inviting rook h3. Now, I could actually start with a check. Maybe I should start with a check. Look at this.
This looks crushing.
This looks terrible.
I mean, he's just crushing. And he's played rook check. King f8 runs into queen d6 check. And that's all she wrote. But king h8 runs into rook h3.
And that's even worse.
Pick your poison.
That's even worse because rook takes h7. This looks like a blunder.
This is
an outright blunder.
He just collapsed. Bishop d5, bishop c6, rook e8. And this looks all done. The attack is just ferocious. Absolutely. What do you do here? He's moved his king to f8, allowing queen d6, rook to e7, but now that rook is pinned, and why can't it just be attacked and attack some more?
Exactly.
Like rook e1 and rook e3, doesn't that win?
That looks like it plays itself. I'm with you 100% there, Maurice. He's done it. Rook e1.
You can only defend with your other rook, then rook to e3, ganging up on the pin piece. Maybe you think you could win the bishop on f5 and hope for some comp,
but even that exchange.
That exchange alone is going to be good for white. This is over.
This is it.
This is it. He can resign. He can resign. He's just going to go down. Levon took 2 pawns and paid the price as rook to e8, rook over to e3. No way to defend that rook.
By the way, how are we winning this bishop? Because I'm thinking...
No, I'm not saying you're winning the bishop. I'm saying you can hope to win the bishop and you get the exchange. But you don't have to give your bishop away.
I'm thinking queen g5 or any
attack. That's it. Resigns. Wesley with a blast. Risky sacrifice. The double pawn.